Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 108 of MCEternal, where we're exploring pocket dimensions. So last episode we went deep into all these different pocket dimensions. We're going to continue exploring this a little bit today, and then I'm going to play a little bit more of some of the other features in the mod to figure out what's what. So, oh man, look at that, that's cool. What is that dropper going to do? Did I step on a pressure plate again? Is there another... Oh boy. Oh my goodness. There are definitely traps. There are absolutely, definitely traps. I saw nothing. I didn't even see where that trap was. Now, did the rift that was here completely close? So my understanding is if the rift completely closes, I can still place down a wood door and that will take me up a level? Well, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. I feel like we should be safe. I feel like we should save and teleport home. Yeah, that's scary. That's a good time. So my recommendation will be, because there are traps and there's TNT that will detonate your escape routes, make sure you bring some wooden doors with you so you can plant them on any rifts. But also bring some kind of charged porter, because I don't know how you're supposed to get out of those dimensions. I assume death is an option. Death is always an option, I presume. So that's cool. So I think the door I was exploring was this one, correct? Yep, that's the one. Whee! Right, and then we had explored this one. This might lead to that nethery area. Yeah, I think we're done with you. You're the room that just exploded on me, so now we just have this door to enter. Hello. I'm just curious how many of these different structures exist. Right? Like, how many of these things are still, like, available? Oh, that's interesting. Why is there a wooden door up here? Wooden doors generally mean up a level, not deeper. Let's go into the iron. There you are. Got good at that one, huh? Oh yeah, look at this. This guy again, right? So what we're gonna want is you. You again. Yeah, that's what I want. And then you, and you. Nope, not you. Hang on. And now the center one, right? Hey, lights on. That's right. That's how it works. Beautiful. Everywhere. All the things. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Super trappy. Woo! Also, flight's a good thing to bring with you. I'm just saying. Flight is 100% a good idea. Run away. Run away, brave Sir Dyer. Man, they just keep going on. They just keep on keeping on, don't they? That is cool, cool, cool. Look, there's another one. They just go deeper and deeper. Oh, this place again. No, I totally remember this place. This place blew up last time. This time, at least, he left a little rift signature for me. That was nice of him. So I should be able to activate that with a wooden door. And now I can get back out. See? Now, in theory, a wooden door should always bring you up one level. So if you spammed wooden doors, you should eventually hit the overworld. I, of course, didn't bring as many as I probably should have to do that. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Hey, look, another iron door. It's hiding up here. Hey, this area again. Very cool. I wonder if there's anything up here. Nope, just super awesome looking. Oh, come on. Hey, this place again. You know what's interesting, too? Is totally... Nope, this is different. This is different. It looks similar, but it's different. Yep, and now some more mazes. My goodness, how deep does this go? I think it can literally, potentially go on forever. That's the impression I get. Rat dudes. Gotta be super careful with breaking those. Alright, let's do something here. I'm gonna put away some stuff I don't need. That's a regular iron door. Okay, that's not terrifying. What am I looking at? What in the what? Entity monolith's name. Wow, that has a lot of health, doesn't it? That's cool. Not at all creepy. So remember, iron is going deeper into the pocket dimensions, wood is going back up. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can make our way out. You think we can? Without using our... I mean, I could just use my teleporty dude, but making our way out sounds cool. So only take wooden doors to get out, right? It's a fun time, just saying. Be counting how many dimensions I've gone through. Now this leads up, which this one is surprising to me because this is not the door I came in. So let's do this and see where it leads to. That's another wooden door. Right? Should we take that one and just see where it leads out to? I don't know. I'm just curious at this point. Now that led to another wooden door, which don't make a whole lot of sense. I don't understand that one. And tab again. And wow, there's just a lot of dimensions here. All the pocket dimensions. And look, we're back at this place again. Haha, that's cool. I'm all about dimensional style mods like that. Like, that is just cool beans. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's super cool. Should we check out making our own pocket dimension? Let's do the thing. So to do that, my understanding is we're going to want a iron dimensional door, right? So we're going to want a couple iron doors and a fabric of reality. And this, so let's put this like in our sub base. Does that sound cool? So this is where this place is, right? So what if on this wall we created that door? I think that is super cool. Whoosh. So where does this take us? from what I understand, it's not going to be a... Gold doors take you to, like... Yeah, that's what's up. It's just all Fabric of Reality blocks. I don't know how big it is. That seems to be as far back as I can go. So it's literally just a pocket dimension. I've run into the walls. So that's... I mean, it's kind of hard to visualize what it looks like. Will Journey Map tell us? So it's basically this. See the black square? Hopefully you can see that on YouTube. What's this like? I've never seen that up there before. Am I crazy? But hopefully this is easier to see on YouTube than I think it might be. But, so the black space is your Fabric of Reality. So this is like a little pocket dimension within which you can do things. Now can I, like, what if we... Just saying. This should give you guys some semblance of an idea of what this area looks like. Okay, and it goes up about that tall. Okay, so that should give you an idea of what the layout of this room appears to be. That's neat. Now, can I, like, break into this? It would appear so. So does it... My question, more or less... Okay, so eventually we hit a point. Ah, I see. We eventually hit a point. Wow, it is really hard to do anything here. And by the way, if my silk, or if my exchanger had silk touch on it, it would give me those fabric blocks. But then we hit ancient fabric, and once you hit that, that's like the bedrock of this dimension. Okay, that's cool. So like if I vein mined you, for example. I assume at some point what would happen is like we would be completely encased in this stuff. Neat. All right. Now if I leave this dimension, right? Oh, hello fire. And we break this, that's going to leave a void thingy. We can remove the rift by doing that. The rift will close soon, and so it did. Now if I place another iron door there, is that going to give me a new one of those? I'm going to say the answer should be yes. And yes, it's a brand new version. It's a brand new pocket dimension. So if I had not destroyed the rift and I put a door there, it would lead back to the one I was just in. Because I destroyed the rift and placed a new one, it generated a new pocket dimension. That is pretty cool. That is really pretty cool. So here's a question, just for giggles. I want to try something. What would it, I don't know. I don't even know if it's a good idea. It's probably not. I'm just curious, like, what it would look like if we used, I want to try and figure out that fabric for, like, a building material type thing. But that's neat. I like having a little pocket dimension I can just pop into and do whatever and then leave and come back to the overworld. Not that that's not something we could do before, but it's still pretty cool. All right, the one other thing we haven't checked out with this mod yet is this, Rift Signature. First click stores a location. Second click creates a pair of rifts linking the two locations. Now there's also a stabilized Rift Signature. First click stores a location. Other clicks create rifts linking the first and last locations. Okay. So I think this one means that you create one and another and that's it. Right? So like a starting point and an ending point. This one has a first click and then subsequent clicks create links back to the first one. It's interesting. Should we try them out? I'm all about it. Let's do it. So that would be you. And what's a stabilized one look like? Oh. So let's go do it away from our base for a minute before we get, you know, problems, because I don't know what I'm doing, right? So if I click you here, and then click another one here. Oh, that's cool. And then what, I can put a door on you guys? Oh, that's neat. That is cool. You can use that. I really like that. You can use that as a transport system. You can use that as a teleport system. That is pretty cool. That is really cool. I like that. Like, I almost want to, like, replace my nuclear craft thing and some of the other things that I've stored in my charged porter with. That. Because that is super neato burrito. Right? And then you break that, and presumably the rifts are still good, but I can remove it with the rift remover. Right? And now you, I assume because I removed the rift remover, you're probably going to go nowhere, or maybe you still go to that point. Man, is that a fractally image, or is it just me? It looks a little bit fractally, right? Yeah. Well, it definitely has a little bit of a fractal quality to it. I'm going to let that grow for a minute, because I want to see, like, a larger rift get shrunk by this thing. Rift Stabilizer, by the way, will stop its growth, so it'll prevent this thing from growing. I also wonder if it has, like how big does it get? Oh, probably as big as the one we saw out in the world gets, right? But now that'll shrink it down. Okay, cool. That is neat to watch it shrinking. Whoop. And I'm assuming these particles will eventually dissipate. Like, they definitely seem to be. Are they fading, or is it just my imagination? They seem to be fading, right? Super cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So you know what we should do? Wouldn't it be cool to have... I want to try something. So what I'm going to do... We definitely need more of this world thread, because that is cool stuff. But what I'm going to do... Actually, we don't super need more of them. Let me just get a bunch of wooden doors. Boop. Thank you, wooden doors. I would like to have lots, because that is a cool thing. So what if we went in here, right, into my pocket dimension, right? And now it is next to impossible to see what I'm doing. So I almost want to, like, replace the whole thing. Instead of using Fabric of Reality, I'm going to go put Silk Touch on this thing and confirm that my mod actually works the way it's supposed to. Because you never know. Do we have a Silk Touch book? We do have a Silk Touch book. Good. Good. Enchantment cost 4. Yeah, no, I've got 4 levels. Thank you very much, Minecraft. That is still has that vanilla bug from like a million years ago. Alright, so now you've got Silk Touch, right? So let's use... I don't know what kind of blocks I want to use. Let's start with laboratory blocks, just, you know, for giggles, and then we'll kind of go from there. Just for fun. Oh, hello. Right-clicking replaces? That's cool to know. Today we learned. Now that should have given me the Fabric of Reality blocks. That is cool. That is pretty neat right there. That is some neatness. So what if we created a rift? Right, what I'm gonna do is that. I'm going to create a rift signature here. And then I'm going to... Oh, cool. It has like a little enchanty sheen to it when it's ready to create an opposing signature. All right, that's cool. Trying to understand why you would want many to one. Like, I guess... No, I can see that, because, like... Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see a use for that. Come on. Come on, Minecraft. I have experience, I promise. Look, I'll even take some away. Oh, look, now I can use it. Nuclear area. So just for giggles, what if we set up something like that? And now you've got a rift, right? And now we could put you here and open the door. And that's pretty spiffy. And that should lead to my pocket dimension in that location. And it did. Nice. So now I step through the door, and you can make a really cool kind of a portal room to that place. That is super spiffy right there. That is super spiffy. I kind of dig that. I kind of do. That is really neat. That is a cool use for like a teleportation area. How cool is that? I mean, pretty cool, right? That is cool. So just as another experiment, as it were, I want to check out the stabilized rift signature. So that needs 4 of these. I'm going to keep the one that I had down there and use the new one. I don't think it matters. They're probably, once you've linked 2, it shouldn't matter. But I want to see what this does. So this one indicates that first click stores location, other clicks create rifts linking the first and last locations. So I feel like this is a many to one kind of rift. Like where the other one was 1 to 1, right? Start, end, done. Start, end, done. This is start, end, 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 end. Let's experiment, shall we? So you're going to go here. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And now you've got a door, and you've got a door, and you've got a door, and you've got a door. Cool. So this should lead back to the first one. Okay, and this should lead back to the first one. And this should lead back to the first one. You think there's a way to clear the start point? Now, where does this lead? That's the question. Aha, it doesn't lead anywhere. That's cool. Okay, so it's like a one-way, everybody leads back home kind of thing. So that way, if you wanted to have... Okay. If you wanted to have, like, a single door that leads back to your base from many different locations, you could totally do that. I love that. That is super awesome. What are you over here, little creature? Hello, Sprout from Mystical World. Why am I 110 episodes into this series and still finding things that I've not seen before? That's how MCEternal goes, guys. That is neat. Now, can I, like, clear you somehow? I don't think I can. Leads to this dimension at dimension 0. So, I wish there was a way to clear you. I don't know if there is. But that's still pretty neat. Right? I like the sound it makes. It's like it's zipping the dimension closed. That is cool. Yeah, it stinks that you can't reset the start point. That would be cool if like a shift click removed the start point and let you, like, you know, recreate the start point. But that is still pretty neat. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, there's one other thing from the doors mod. There's the Rift Blade. Opens temporary doors on rifts and has a teleport attack. Huh. And then there's this thing, the Rift configuration tool. I gotta imagine this might be a creative only item because I'm not seeing a recipe for it. But it has enchants available, which is weird. And it takes durability damage because you can repair it. So I don't know. And then there's also World Thread Armor, which I haven't seen any information as to what that does. So I don't really know. Huh. Okay. That's most of Dimensional Doors, I think. Yeah, I really kind of like the idea of the pocket dimension. I wish it didn't have such a load time because you're going between dimensions. Like, I'm kind of curious, just for giggles. I want to see what it looks like to have from here to our nuclear craft area without the intervening dimension, right? Just to see. Boop. And then you can go boop. That is pretty instant in terms of the travel time. Definitely better than the long load time that you get going through here. See, like, there's this loading. Because you're going between dimensions, right? Loading. Where this one's just like, boop, I'm home. Boop, I'm there. So if I was going to build, like, I would love it if I could build, like, a teleporter-y kind of room, right, that leads to all the different areas. But having that intervening load screen every time I want to go somewhere definitely is not super fun. I like the ability to, and I'm, like, right there immediately. So if I was going to build something, it probably wouldn't be this. It would be more like this. And not have that intervening pocket dimension. The pocket dimension would be cool if you did something with it, right? Keeps a pocket dimension loaded if placed on the inside. That's cool. So you can chunk load these guys too. Yeah, I like the concept of the pocket dimension. I wish I could find something cool to put in here. I'd have to think about it. Man, Dimensional Doors is neat. I'm gonna want this in the next pack I play for sure, because that would be cool. All right, good to know, Dimensional Doors. I like you. I like you a lot. So guys, what do you think of the Dimensional Doors mod? I think it's really cool. I think my favorite part of it, I think the exploration mechanic is cool. I think the pocket dimensions are cool. But I really think my favorite mechanic of it is the creating a pair of Rift signatures that you can teleport between. Because it really gives you a cool way to get to remote bases, right? Like, not that we don't already have a couple cool ways. Like, we have this thing, which is neat. We have this thing, which is neat. We've all seen, right? Astral has a thing for it. Like, there's a lot of different ways to, like, teleport from point A to point B in the world. And I think this just gives you another tool to use for that, because it's just, variety is fun, right? Like, if we always used waystones every time, that would get boring after a while. Having another tool in that belt is pretty useful. And I really like the mechanic of, like, I like the way they look, right? Like, I think that is a cool looking, super cool looking thing, right? Like, super cool looking. Boop. And, you know, boop. Like, that is cool beans. I love it. I really do. I think it's super fun. I think it's a neat mechanic, and I'm glad we got a chance to play with it a little bit in the last episode or two. So what I'm going to do is wrap up here. We'll come back next time and continue playing MCEternal, and we'll see what other cool things we can check out. I might, at some point, wind up doing something more with Dimensional Doors. We'll see. But for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.